Hey, welcome to Happiness Bar. My goal is to share cocktails, content, and happiness. And today, we got another fall craft cocktail coming for you. This cocktail is made with a dark rum, apple brandy. We're gonna make a green apple and clove syrup, lime juice. We're gonna shake that up. We're gonna serve it up. It's gonna be super bright. You're gonna get beautiful fall flavors and spices. This cocktail is called the Martin Scorsese. So this Martin Scorsese cocktail is kind of a riff on a daiquiri. So it's beautiful, it's light, it's bright, it's citrusy. There's not much prep work to do. All we gotta do is make that green apple and clove syrup, and we gotta juice our limes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the prep work. Tools you're gonna need for the prep. You're gonna need a cutting board, you're gonna need a knife, you're gonna need a citrus juicer, you need a kitchen scale, you need a mesh basket strainer, you're gonna need some cheesecloth, you need a pot, you're gonna need a spice grinder or a mortar and pestle. You're gonna need some sealable storage containers. You need a bar spoon or something you can stir with. And you're gonna need a juicer for those delicious Granny Smiths. All right, guys, so first things first, we're gonna jump into making that green apple and clove syrup. So we got these beautiful Granny Smith apples here, already washed, rinsed, all that good stuff. And basically what I'm going to do is just kind of cut these away from the core, like so. So all of our apple pieces are ready to go. And basically what we're looking for this green apple clove syrup, we are going to need to get 250 grams of green apple juice. I'm gonna set this extra one aside because I don't think I'll need it. We got all these pieces right here, and we're just gonna start juicing these apples up. You need to cut them into some smaller slices to fit into your juicer. And again, we're looking for 250 grams of juice. So if you go a little more than like 250 milliliters, that should get you your 250 grams. We'll weigh it out after we finish juicing here. That's a horrendous sound. There we go. Let that run, press all that juice out. I think we're looking good there. Apples are juiced. Before we put our cutting board away though, and I have my apple here, I'm just gonna cut one big piece off of it there, and then we're just gonna go ahead and cut up our garnish here while we have it. So I'm gonna cut that piece in half. We got a little piece like that. And we're gonna create a little apple fan. So you're just gonna cut real, kind of like, I don't know, 1/4, 1/8 inch thin slices right down that apple. And you don't really want to cut all the way through. If you can keep the skin intact, that makes it easy. So you can fan it just like so. Really great is if you get a toothpick, you can just push it right on through all your apple pieces there. And then when you fan it, it'll all kind of stay together. You got this nice little garnish right here that we'll set aside, get ready to use when our cocktail's ready. Got our apples juiced, let's grab our scale, kick it on, place a container on there, make sure we zero it out, and we're gonna weigh out our 250 grams of green Granny Smith apple juice. 250 grams, let's go ahead and add that to our pot. Grab another container, and we are going to weigh out our 250 grams of sugar. 250 grams into the pot with the green apple juice. Lastly, we need to weigh out our 5 grams of cloves. There we go, 5 grams of clove on the side, and we're just gonna place it into our little spice grinder here. You could also use a mortar and pestle. We're just gonna crack it up. There's a little coarse grind on it. We don't want it too fine. That's perfect. Go ahead and dump that in to the pot with the sugar and our green apple juice. Go ahead and turn our burner on a medium-high heat. We got our bar spoon. Let's give this a stir. Everything gets really well incorporated. And we're just gonna heat that up, bring it up to just about a boil, allow all that sugar to dissolve, and then we'll strain it out through our basket strainer and some cheesecloth, and that will be ready to go. All right, guys, our syrup's heating up nicely. Looks like all that sugar's dissolved. Smell that green apple, you can smell that clove. Such a great combination of smells, man. All right, I'm gonna kick that off the heat. Grabbing my cheesecloth and my basket strainer. You don't need a measuring cup, I'm just using it because it fits my little basket strainer, and it's clear. So you guys can get a nice shot of me straining the syrup out. All right, once that syrup is cool enough for you to work with, go ahead and strain it through your cheesecloth and your mesh basket strainer. Okay, if you get some of the small bits of clove in there, that's nice. We just want to make sure we capture all those big chunks of clove. Yeah, just pour that into our storage container. Put a lid on her. Some blue tape, label and date. All right, guys, and I'd say your shelf life on that being that it's fresh green apple juice, even though we do got some bit of sugar in there, I'd say I wouldn't keep it any longer than 2 weeks refrigerated. All right, that is it for our green apple clove syrup. Next, all we gotta do is we just gotta cut and juice some limes. Grabbing our cutting board, we got our knife. Let's get some of our limes out of there. And cut them up. Juice them up. Grab our basket strainer, double strain our lime juice. And one more time with that blue tape to label and date. Lime juice, good for 2 days. Throw it out on the 3rd day. All right, guys, we got that green apple clove syrup done. We got our limes juice. That is it for the prep work today. Let's go ahead and jump into making our Martin Scorsese. Now this is a shaken cocktail. First thing we're gonna need is our shaker tin. And we're gonna need our jigger. We are also gonna need our glassware. So working cheapest, most expensive ingredients as always. We are going to go with 3/4 ounce of our lime juice and 3/4 ounce of our green apple and clove syrup, whole ounce of our apple brandy, whole ounce of our aged rum. All right, let's grab the large side of our shaker tin and grab some ice. Fill that ice all the way to the top of the short side of the shaker. Seal her up. Shake it for 12 seconds. About 12 seconds. Grab your hawthorn and your basket strainer. And let's go ahead and double strain this cocktail. Yeah. Nice and cold. Nice little froth on it. And that nice little fan garnish, that green apple garnish we did, I'm just gonna place her right on the cocktail, just like so. There you have it, guys. Martin Scorsese. Let's taste. Yeah, the clove comes through the rum, so nice. That is just a perfectly delicious green apple and clove daiquiri riff right there, man. That balance of like the apple brandy and the aged rum kind of just lightens it up a little bit. That clove comes through. That little bit of like tanginess, that tartness of the green apple with the lime. Such a great little pair, little combination, little fall daiquiri riff here. So crushable, so drinkable. Man, you could down these. Please be safe out there. These are really tasty. Take your time. The Martin Scorsese, baby. This is a great little riff. Love it, love it, love it. Love those baking spices coming through with the clove. Matching with that green apple, it really just gives you those kind of like apple pie-ish kind of notes. It's so nice. God, I love a rum cocktail. Fantastic. There it is, guys, the Martin Scorsese. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Maybe made it along with me. Maybe wrote it down for say for a later date. But either way, let me know how you're liking everything. And as always, guys, become a regular somewhere. Become a regular at your local watering hole. It's the best way to support local business. And become a regular here at Happiness Bar by liking, commenting, subscribing. Hit that bell if you want notifications. We got cocktail videos coming out every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern to get you ready for the weekend. Stay happy, everyone.